notes here, but for those who are new to the book, or if you're, this is a good time to go into the textbook and just read at the very beginning. They give 50 kind of definitions or statements of what miracles are, like literally 50 different points of definition added.
Amazing.
And it's just beautiful. It's absolutely, it's beautiful. I read them today and I just felt expanded and shifted. And yet I love the one that we are choosing to anchor us, which is really, I think, just what it is: a shift in perception, a changing of the mind, a movement from a fearful thought to a loving thought, or a fearful belief to a loving idea, whatever way you want to think about it. Outside of love, fear; inside of love, peace. And really, that's the shift. And I'm thinking of this, just popped in my head a long time ago. And I was a minister in Chicago, and I was praying with the woman who was in the process of releasing her body, dying, really letting it go. And she said to me, she goes, I've had a healing. I know I'm healed. I know I'm healed, and I'm not going to stay in this body. Like, it was she was at so much peace with what was happening to the body, and her mind had cleared because she had been afraid along the journey. But she was really just this, like, my mind, like, she knew who she was, she knew what was true, and she was healed.
That's the greatest miracle right there. The greatest miracle is not the healing of the body, but the realization I am not the body.
Yeah.
That's the greatest miracle that could ever happen, because that is simultaneous the realization I am the Christ. I and the Father are one. I think Paul said in 1 Thessalonians something, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And in Christianity, we always thought of that as like, oh, in heaven, up in the golden streets and all that. But no, it's talking about the place of awareness, right? To be absent of the I am the body idea is to be present with the I and the Father are one.
Yeah. And really, it's the whole, it's the whole purpose of the course is this, which is already true, which is already established.
It's already true. That's the good news, huh?
Yeah. When we were talking, you pulled out that wonderful quote. You want to dive into that? Do you have that?
Yeah, I do. If you guys want to pull this up, this comes from, honestly, I have a hard time deciphering these references. T-13. Does that mean section 13, chapter 7, verse 6, I believe? I believe that's how you reference it. So this to me is my favorite passage on miracles in the course, because it kind of gets to what we were just talking about, the identity thing. It says, there is one miracle as there is one reality, and every miracle you do contains them all, as every aspect of reality you see blends quietly into the one reality. The only miracle that ever was is God's most holy Son, created in the one reality that is his Father. And then this part, it took me probably 5 times of reading this last line before it clicked. But it says, Christ's vision is his gift to you. His being is his Father's gift to him. And so what this last part is really touching on is the Sat Chit Ananda idea, existence, consciousness, bliss, or being, awareness, peace. We call it in Christianity, we called it Father, Son, Holy Spirit, the Trinity. If you have the cheat sheet of our definitions of the key terms, we have the Father, as used in the course, is the non-dual reality, right? Christ is consciousness, which is you and I. So Christ's gift to us is Christ's vision, the vision of oneness, the vision of love, seeing our brothers as us. And the Father's gift to Christ is the Father's being. So it's like it passes down in sequence as we go through these layers, sort of like layers of density that the Father has projected his consciousness into the world. We are all one all the way through. It's just sort of different expressions of that one reality. And so I love that the Course says that's actually the only true miracle that ever was. God looking at itself, God realizing itself through the miracle of consciousness, the Christ. That is what we are. That is our identity. And in just the passage above that, it says, this is the miracle of creation, that it is one forever. Just gives me goosebumps. This is the miracle of creation, that creation is one forever. It cannot be separated. There cannot be duality. Every miracle you offer to the Son of God, other people, is but the true perception of one aspect of the whole. So there we have the shift in perception from fear to love. It's like when you see your brother as you, that is the definition of the miracle. And I think I posted something on Instagram a few months ago where I said, to look at another and see myself is heaven. And that's more than anything else, Mark. That's what this course has done for me. Over the years of reading it and studying it and digesting it, it has so radically altered my consciousness that I feel like my mind has become like a projector of miracles. Because as I'm out in public, out and about, I was at the DMV today. I was at Starbucks earlier today. Everywhere I go, every single person I meet, I'm not seeing or meeting separate people anymore. I genuinely and effortlessly, without having to try to do it, I am seeing God in them. I am seeing the Christ light in them. And I'm filled with this amazing sense of unity with them and love for them. And so it's like I'm in bliss everywhere I go because all I see is Christ. And the words that this book speaks, they're not just empty promises or nice flowery sounding religious language. It is an absolutely available state to each one of us if we truly want it. But in order to have it, you have to be completely abandoned to it. It has to be your one singular desire, right?
Yeah.
And we have this, the passage that you wrote down, Mark, was miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first.
Yeah. That's really, I really appreciate it. I love the passage that you pulled out, and I really love you talking about it because you just come alive. You can feel it inside of you, which is super fun. And, everyone who's here, like, the lessons are making us do the work, but tonight, this is the good news, man. You should breathe this in. The miracle, the extension of God, it's you. It is what Aaron is describing is not some special gift that he's the chosen one that gets to walk in above everybody else and bestow. This is literally you. This is all you are. And this is all you will ever be. So breathe that in. Breathe in the revelation that you are a miracle. You are this extension of God's love. And that's all you are. And that's all that is, it's like, it's so beautiful and freeing.
Yes. If you can see it within yourself first, you will see it everywhere.
Yeah.
And seeing it first, it begins by accepting it first, right? It begins by accepting I am that. I don't have to wait for the mind to get convinced of it because it won't ever, right? The mind will follow suit based on what you're convicted of and what you want it to believe. So you begin with, I am the Christ, I am that, I and the Father are one. The mind will say, no, you're not, that's totally BS. You don't believe that. But you just bring yourself back to this conviction. You meditate upon it, you chew on it. And if you desire it, it will become your reality.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.